To the air, it's Sellers. Trying to escape and get it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the...
By the quarterback.
Getting down.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, oh man, am I upset at my offensive line to give up penetration that fast? Man, he blinked and missed it.
He barely got the ball. He just got destroyed immediately. What a great play. Trying to pick it up on the ground. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. And the Gamecocks moving quickly to the line. Turning to the running game on first and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the D deny them on second and goal. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Give to the fullback. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Paul.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
The offense didn't even glance to the sidelines. They'll stay out there and go for it on fourth and goal from the 1. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And how about the defense coming up big on fourth and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
First and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And they don't pick up anything right there, but at least they avoid getting tackled in their own end zone. The back goes in motion. From his end zone, needs to be careful here. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Feels like they're just inches away from their own end zone, and it's third and long.
2-9 Philly. Clear. Clear. Hold. Mid. Tuna.
Goalpost tapping you on the shoulder. Just take care of the football here. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last run.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Sellers. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And I don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws that have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
Fires to the middle. Intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. Oh, and after the big gain, the ball's loose. He's at the 40. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Gamecocks getting set on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. And the defense was right there to make the tackle, but not before they get it to the 12 and set up in the red zone. And the Gamecocks have taken it inside the 20. Gets it out quickly. Touchdown, Gamecocks! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, we head to Dallas for a final update on one of the best games every year, the Red River Rivalry. Oklahoma was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Sooners performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. A circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Mr. Two-Bits would be proud. The Gators standing up and hollering for a 1st down.
Now, how does that cheer go?
Well, first you have to have the yellow shirt and the striped tie and go 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits, $1, all for the Gators. Stand up and holler. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
I know that shot down the field was incomplete, but you got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. It gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement. They're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice because you know you're feeding them. So I would keep taking deep shots down the field.
Looking to pass. It's Lagway. Quickly complete. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. That last completion still leaving them with a third down. Looking to throw for it. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Well, the offense is taking a chance here, staying on the field inside its own 40. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Fights off a defender. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. Got his man on the right. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. The Gamecocks racing to the line in a hurry up. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. They're just about ready to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They made some plays. He just hasn't been quite spot on with his accuracy. He's going to have to play better.
Dances away from the heat. He'll let it go down the right side. And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone.
This really has been a Jekyll and Hyde story for this quarterback. His last game out, he completed over 80% of his throws, but things just not going his way in this one. You've got to give the defense a ton of credit.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Dances away. Hit as he throws. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's going to fire to the left. Fires it into a crowd, and it's picked off. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Have you ever met a wide receiver that isn't always open? They always want the football. They got so much confidence. QB rolling outside the pocket, trying to make a play. Receivers had an opportunity maybe to make a play, but you know what? I'm open, throw me the ball, throw my hand in the air. You know what? That pick, it goes on the quarterback stats, not the receivers.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He's looking to throw it. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Picked off. He gets the pick, but not the pick six, as they're able to run him out of bounds and limit the damage to wrap up the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Gamecocks will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. The Gators come to the line in the hurry up. To the air, it's Lagway. They've got the screen set up. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He's looking for a man on second down. Complete downfield. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
When you get man-to-man coverage and you're running that curl, I got to sell him deep. I got to get a little bit of space where I can make him think I'm running deep, and then I sit down real quick. QB, wide receiver on the same page, first down.
Looking to go up top on first down. They're trying to get to it. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
You have to imagine the game plan in the second half. Being down, I got to come out and throw the football successfully, but how about this offensive line? They don't do their job. They don't protect their guy, and the defense setting the tone right out the gate.
We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Quick strike complete. Makes the catch, and he's brought down. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. scanning the field. It's Lagway. Throwing right. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
And you got to wonder if this offense is going to go for it here. They're trailing now by a lot. I know there's a lot of football still to go, and I know they're on their own end of the field, but just kind of get the feeling their defense hasn't gotten a ton of stops. They may need to stay out there, and they're going to need this quarterback to make a play.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it past the marker. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now a fresh set of downs.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The Gators are in the hurry-up. To the ground to try to move the chains. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. And the Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. He'll ride his man on the option. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. The defense snatches it, and they're going the other way.
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games. That loses games, and that is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Running behind that left side. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. To the air, it's Sellers. He lets one fly deep. And he hauls it in inside the 30. All kinds of room to the right. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, South Carolina. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march it down the field, and score. There's no end in sight for these guys.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Give to the running back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
He's marked down at the 29. Brings up second down. That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, South Carolina 28, Florida 7.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They run the reverse. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. The Gators want to pick up the tempo. Short yardage play. They'll give it to the wide receiver going to the edge. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better, right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
They'll give it to the back. Able to make the tackle, but not before he gets 5 yards down to the 21.
Well, no mystery on that play call, right? You got the lead late in the game. You've gotten the ball back on the other side of the 50 on your opponent's side, and so you're just going to run it. And it's fine if they know that. You just want to stay on the field and bleed this clock, and you got to start thinking about where are your best run-it runs. Which side of this offensive line is the strongest?
Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And the route is on. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
This quarterback is such a weapon on these designed QB runs. He's not trying to just go get first downs. This guy's a threat to take it the distance, and man, he did it right there.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Colorado is currently trailing in this one, but I've seen crazier things at Folsom Field. Trust me when I tell you that. Guess what I'm saying is a comeback could be in the cards. They're trailing by 13 to Kansas. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complimentary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. They'll leave it with him. He'll bounce his way ahead for a pickup of 4 out to the 14. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. They'll go right back to the run.
He's brought down at the 19-yard line. Offense facing 4th down.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Fires to the middle. He's got a 1st down and maybe a lot more. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
Oh, and he finds his slot receiver on that 4th down throw. And I'll tell you, this guy is not the biggest receiver in college football, but he does such a good job working the middle of the field. He's just able to get open and read coverage. Every quarterback loves having a slot receiver like that.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here.
Ready up.
The Gators will have it 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll go to the counter play. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7.
Get set, get set.
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. He'll try to do it himself. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
But he can't get away again, and down he goes, and the trickeration is not so tricky. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Fires toward the end zone. Can't hook up on the long throw, and 4th down goes by the boards for this offense.
This is exactly how you draw it up. This is a situation where you can have all the easy stuff. We're not giving up the big play. The defense understands the situation, forces the incompletion, and now has a chance to just...
And the ball's out, and they're after it. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? You get the big hit and force the fumble.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. This offense needs something to feel good about. It hasn't been very productive today, Jesse.
Well, I think it's just important they stay aggressive, try to throw the football, and just see what this quarterback can do here at the end of the game to build confidence for them.
He lofts one down the sideline. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Winning can become a habit. Now